Guess what? When it feels like everything is going to shit, everything's falling apart, everything is contentious, everything is divided, overwhelming on the outside, who are you on the inside? This is the ultimate question. Who are you right now? I'm gonna be honest with you. I turned off the news, stopped participating in the charade a long time ago because I saw the fuckery. I saw the corruption. And yet there you are, still picking sides, still trying to tear things down, still trying to rattle your saber. And yet, what does it get you? More peace? More prosperity? More freedom? More healing? What really matters? It always comes back to this question. What can you change? What do you have control over? What do you not have control over? What can't you change? Most of us, we cannot change most things outside of ourselves. There's very few things. You don't like the cost of something, unless you're a haggler upon hagglers, chances are you're not gonna get a discount. And yet, we continue to fall into the trap. It's a trap, isn't it? Is it a trap to continuously be bombarded with fear and political narratives of how terrible this person is versus that person, and all it is divide and conquer? But here's the truth. The real division, it's not what's outside of you. The real division is what's inside of you. I'm going to say that again. The real division in your existence, it's not about this political party versus that. That is a reflection, though. Grab a hold of this. That system is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. It's a perfect reflection. And right away, I know. Right away, you're like, there's no way. I'm 100% this. The thing is that's your ego saying you're 100% one way. But the fact that you are a part of a system, you are a part of the ecosystem that is divided. And that division is inside of you. You're divided in your own self. There's no peace within. There's not peace within. You think your team's winning, and so you're celebrating, right? You're celebrating the destruction of the other team, and it's like, your team is you. And until you realize that important piece, you're going to continue to go round and round and round in circles. And we've been talking about circles. Those circles are really spirals. That broken record is really a spiral down, getting worse, or a spiral up, getting better. And what matters to you? What's your real priority? Is the only thing that you care about your financial standings? Right? Is that the most important piece to you? You don't care if your mental, emotional health, your physical health is in line. As long as your financial standing is good, somehow, even if you die from an unhealthy body, an overwhelm of stress, as long as you die rich, what does it matter? Those of you that put so much focus on spirituality, but yet the body's not so dialed in, the physical, the mental isn't so dialed in, the emotions can go really high and really low, and there's such a lack of self-awareness Because again, I've been talking, it's not about self-control. That only lasts for so long. If you're trying to control yourself, that will only last until a certain point, until something truly triggers you, and then you lose your shit. And then it's like, oh, I guess I haven't really changed. And yet, 13 years since I hit that rock bottom, right? Since I made a conscientious and a committed decision to say enough's enough in my life. No more drinking, no more smoking, no more getting fucked up. The party's over. And that doesn't mean that life isn't fun. Fuck. I can almost guarantee you guys, I have a hell of a lot more fun than any version of myself going out partying, cheering on the other teams. Big game, right? We got a big game coming up. You can't wait to overindulge and cheer on other motherfuckers. And it's like, what does it get you? What? 5 hours of distraction. And then what? What happens Monday? What happens Monday? Who are you? Are you richer? Are you healthier? Are you more healed? Why is that so unimportant to so many people? Why have we all been so hoodwinked into believing that the distractions and the bullshit somehow are far superior in importance to our own personal state of being? Again, the top 2 killers. Heart disease, very avoidable. And a lot of the food you're eating is poisoning you. And cancer. Those are top 2. A lot of you will say, wow, cancer's not avoidable. Bullshit. You can definitely avoid many things that cause cancer. But yet, you're just going to live in oblivion. You're just going to say that it just doesn't matter. And I've been talking about how everything matters. You may not pay the price today. Oh shit, but that bill will come due. Guaranteed, man. You will pay the bill. If you've been slacking, if you've been harming yourself, drugs, alcohol, food, right? Whatever it is, man. Even just using people, the bill's gonna come due, man. You're gonna have your day. And when that shit happens, that's when you're gonna be like, oh shit, I better change some things up. Anybody ever known somebody that had a major cardiac arrest situation? The next thing you know, this person has transformed their whole entire life. I know many people that have gone through that experience. Next thing you know, they're eating healthy, they're training for marathons and riding bikes and working out and all dialed in on the nutrition. And it's sad that it takes something hard, or definitely the hardest lessons in life, for us to change. When you could just go peacefully. You could just disconnect from all the distractions, from all the bullshit, and literally go all in on you, for real, right? Without having to hit that rock bottom, without having to have that moment in your life that could almost take your life, but yet you get spared, you get given another opportunity to switch up, and what? At the first sign of a little relief, you ease up, you settle back in. Guess what? It's just a matter of time before the pendulum comes flying back in you, flying back at you, knocking you back down. Because nothing really changed, right? You know that there's that limiting belief, right? Are you a creature of habit? You ever heard that? You ever said it? Oh, I'm just a creature of habit, man. I mean, is there some truth to that? Yeah. But there's also some limits to it, because it's usually put out there in terms of limiting yourself to say, man, I'm a creature of habit. I don't know if I'll ever change. And it's like, what? Why? Why wouldn't you want to change? Why wouldn't you want to evolve? Why wouldn't you want to walk around with a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment and meaning to life? Really feeling that your life matters. Your existence on this planet matters. Maybe you have an attitude that's like shit and saying, ah, man, none of this matters. YOLO. And it's like, all right, man. All right, I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to convince you. When the shit comes falling down, right, you're welcome back over here. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm not going to give up. I'm embracing this challenge. I'm embracing what it is that I've been called to do, right? To help people help themselves, help people heal, which is really awakening to your truest self. To be able to see with spiritual eyes, which is really the soul level, to be like, you know what? It's not about good and evil. It's not about this person versus that person, right? It's none of that. You see that, guess what, man? Everyone's playing a part. Everyone's playing a role. And at the soul level, we're all equals, right? And at the soul level, but at the human level, that's where you're divided. At the human level, we're all filled with pride. We're all feeling that it's all about survival mode. We're all worried about our own safety, and yet the safe way doesn't lead to a secure life. I'm going to say that again for those of you in the back. The safe way doesn't lead to a secure life anymore. A lot of people in the past, they could have, it was like people played it safe, right? I'm just going to get that corporate job. I'm just going to get that government job and just play it safe, man. Just live on that salary, get my PTO and my sick leave, and maybe you get a retirement. Even though the sad thing about retirement that a lot of people are waking up to is that your retirement can't keep up with inflation. So if you're on a fixed income, people are suffering right now because guess what, man? Like they're on a fixed income. That's why you see so many people trying to get back to work, because that fixed income isn't able to keep up with the soaring cost of goods across the board. And yet it's crushing people. But yet you played it safe. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with playing it safe. I'm just telling you, it doesn't give you security. In this day and age, with as volatile as it is, you got to kind of ask yourself, man, what do you got to lose? Right? Figuring out what the fuck it is you want. What is your dream? Right? And try and, manage both things. Turning a side hustle into a main hustle. Turning a passion project into your purpose on this planet to make an impact. And it's all about being a positive impact. It's realizing that, right, you can't be a snake. You can't manipulate people. You can't take advantage, right? And a lot of that is falling down because there's whole entire governmental systems that have been nothing but corruption, right? I mean, what system isn't corrupt? And yet it's crazy to see people, average people that are sucking ass, crying out, saying, this is injustice, that you're revealing all this corruption. It's so sad, man. It's so sad how sucked into the matrix we can get, how delusional we can get. And if you made it this far in the video, it's like, I know you're waking up. I know you're starting to hear this. It's got to be hitting at a deeper level, the soul level, right? The eternal level. This human experience, it's a beautiful thing if you can get to where you awaken your spirit. Then the human experience, even with the suffering, even with all the hardships, even with all the challenges, it becomes beautiful. Because you realize, it actually meant something. The hardships were the lessons. The adversity was the directional place for you to follow. The fear, the pain, it allows you to realize that, man, this life is not the totality of your existence. There it is. And if you think that this life is the totality of your existence, then go make the most out of it. But that's the sad thing. Most of you that even are so caught up on this life being the totality of your existence, you ain't even making the most out of it. You're spending a third of your life sleeping, another third of your life sitting back fucking doing dick, and then another third of your life you're doing something that you probably hate doing, but you keep doing it because you need a paycheck. And it's like, this is all you got and you're stuck. Why? Why are you allowing yourself, and it's not even you're stuck, right? It's going down. It's a spiral down when it needs to be a spiral up. But in order for it to be a spiral up, you have to start living conscientiously. You have to start waking up with intention, start to awaken the spirit inside of you, realizing that you're not helpless. You're unstoppable. You're infinite in your spiritual being. And that spirit is right there with you right now. And if you're someone that's interested in getting a nice little taste of that, right, show up to the live Sunday sessions. I like to do the breath work there, usually 10:30 Mountain Standard Time in the morning. But also, if you just want to get one-on-one and have a little more of a private space and start to maybe become a little more accountable, right? I have availability for a few more people to get one-on-one coaching with the greatest accountability partner. We're going to break through your limiting beliefs, right? I'm going to light a fire under your ass, and you're going to start kicking ass. You're going to start living your best life for real. And it's going to include so much healing, so much growth of confidence, improving your self-esteem, improving the relationship you have with yourself, improving the relationship you have with others, and understanding that anything outside of yourself and those that are right there close to you, that are depending on you, it's all a distraction. You don't need any of that. I had somebody ask me yesterday, why'd I give up alcohol? Did I have a problem? And my answer was, no, I didn't have a problem with alcohol. I was the problem. I didn't have a problem with alcohol. I love getting fucked up. But I was the problem. The alcohol is not the problem. It was me. And here's the thing. Once I healed my underlying emotional trauma, once I actually had greater levels of emotional intelligence, emotional literacy, self-awareness, right? Healing, acknowledging, forgiving, releasing all of the things that were causing me pain of discomfort. It's like, why would I want to do that? Think about it. Why do you want to do that? What about poisoning yourself willingly is somehow, how have we created that as being a measure of having fun on this planet? Think about it. I mean, you cannot spin it any other way. Ingesting any form of alcohol is ethanol. It is poisoning your body. It is a poison. And yet, somehow we've been convinced that that's worthwhile and should be done on a regular basis. And also that without it, you're not going to have any fun as an adult. And it's like, really? We really believe that poisoning ourselves is the best choice to have fun. Fuck. I know, I don't know what the fuck got into me, but I used to just, go way too hard with the liquor. And I'm grateful to be set free. I don't miss it. If you're still hooked on it, I wish you well. I hope that you can find the clarity to set yourself free. At some point, it's just, the shit gets old, man. The sauce, what does it do, man? You just live in to get drunk all day? That's a hell of a life, man. Living to get drunk every day. Every day's partying. Every day's getting drunk. Fuck. I'm glad that's not me no more. If it's you and you want some help, reach out. I would love to help you. If you don't need no help because you ain't got no problems, even though you are the problem, then carry on. I love you anyways. I love you more. I love you so much. And you know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.